What's up, people? Today I have a different style of video for you guys. I will be talking about a new character coming in the 2.2 update of Honkai Star Rail named Boothill. I'm going to make the bold claim that Boothill is going to be the best character in the game. He has a lot of unique abilities that make him incredibly powerful. First, I'll explain his kit and what he does, and then I'll go into why I think Boothill will be the best character in the game, and also why I will be pulling for him, for sure. Okay, most importantly, his skill. His skill will put him into a standoff state with an enemy that he chooses, and it will enhance his base attack. When he is in the standoff state, Boothill and his enemy will deal increased damage from each other. And when Boothill attacks, he'll gain this enhanceable stack. And his ultimate will allow him to apply a physical weakness to one enemy that you choose and delay their action. His technique will allow him to apply a physical weakness at the start of a battle when he uses his skill. His kit seems pretty complex, but in reality it's actually very simple. You stand off your opponent, you apply a physical weakness with the ult as much as possible, and then you break them with as much buffs as you can stack. Now, you might be wondering, why will he be the best character in the game? Well, my very handsome viewer. To answer that question, we have to first look at how the toughness bar works in Honkai Star Rail. Now, I don't want this video to be very long, so let me just give you a very short rundown of it. There's two things that are very important to understanding the toughness bar. One, all enemies have a toughness bar and have elements that are connected to the toughness bar. If you attack an enemy with the corresponding element to the bar, you will reduce their toughness. Two, once you have reduced their toughness enough, the enemy will enter a state called weakness broken. While weakness broken, the enemy cannot attack, and their turn will be delayed in the action bar. And they will take 100% of attended damage. If you didn't know, when an enemy does not have weakness broken, they will take 10% less damage. So when they are weakness broken, they will take all of the damage that is meant for your attack. So, knowing all of that, let's take a look at Boothill again. He is able to deal tons of break damage, he can delay his enemies, and he can apply his own physical weakness without the help of Silver Wolf. That sounds broken, but it gets even more broken. Take all of that information you just learned, and then think about the fact that weakness break will never go away. That is just part of the game, like weakness break as a whole. I'm going off script here, but I don't care. Weakness break as a whole is a thing in the game. It's similar to skill points. Skill points are something that'll never go away. And if you look at the two strongest supports in the game, which is Sparkle and Ruan Mei, those two characters manipulate parts of the game that'll just never go away. Sparkle allows you to get more skill points overall, and then her ult will give you back skill points. That is incredibly broken when you think about the fact that skill points are something that is just part of the game and will never go away, which is why she's so strong. Ruan Mei is another strong support because she increases your weakness break efficiency, and she makes it so whenever you do weakness break something, they'll stay delayed for more than one turn, which means you're able to get more damage off, and they can't attack you as much. They are genuinely broken supports because they manipulate these parts of the game that are just aspects of the game as a whole. If you go into Star Rail, there are two things that will always happen. The enemies will always have a toughness bar, and you will always have skill points, which is why Sparkle and Ruan Mei are really, really good. Boothill can do the same thing. He can make it so he applies his own weakness pretty often, and he will always apply it in his ult. And then he can break that weakness that he applies with his skill and his enhanced basic attack, and he does a ton of damage to weakness broken enemies. Basically, I haven't looked at leaks or anything. I'm just assuming from his kit because he seems like a weakness break DPS. That's his whole identity. So I do think that he will probably be a DPS that'll never be power crept, because weakness break is something that'll always be a part of the game and it'll never go away unless they make an enemy that like denies weakness break or something, or they make a stronger weakness break DPS. But I think he will still be a really, really good DPS unit, and I don't think he will be power crept at all. I think he'll probably be one of the best units in the game, And yeah, that's my take on that. I will 100% be pulling for him. A team I already have in mind is Boothill, Welt, Ruan Mei, and Bronya, because I don't have Sparkle. But that whole team is basically revolving around breaking, because Welt and Ruan Mei were already a good combo, but then you throw Boothill into the mix, which allows you to really get that damage going, because Welt and Ruan Mei, that's really mainly for sustain. Like, Ruan Mei will apply that flower above the enemy's head, which makes it so they stay broken more often. And then Welt does a ton of break damage naturally, and he also delays the enemy with his ult. Boothill does the same thing, but it just adds on extra damage so you can actually finish content. He will also probably be good in the new Apocalyptic Shadow game mode that's coming out in 2.3, because that's like mainly just one target. Like, it's a single target mode where there's a big boss, I'm assuming, that you just have to take down from what I read. So Boothill will definitely be good there. And he'll also just be good in really any content, because weakness break is something that is just part of the game and will never go away. So I'll stop yapping for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And if you don't think Boothill will be the best DPS in the game, please let me know. Give your arguments down in the comments below. I would actually love to read them, because I'm going to be pulling for him plus the light cone, so I want to see why you guys think that maybe he won't be the best support in the game, but not support, best DPS in the game. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.